You wake up, grab your phone, and tell yourself you'll scroll for 5 minutes. Next time you check the clock, half an hour is gone. This behavior reflects a biological preference for low-resistance activity. Your mind naturally gravitates toward repetitive loops that require minimal executive effort. The choices you made today, the ones that felt entirely logical and completely your own, were heavily influenced by your brain quietly pushing you into these automated routines. This automation is a response to the brain's high caloric cost. Because deep analytical thinking is metabolically expensive, the mind seeks out shortcuts or heuristics to bypass the energy-intensive work of making deliberate decisions. The problem is that these biological shortcuts come with a hidden cost. They constantly distort the world around you. To actually navigate your day on your own terms, you have to map out exactly where these invisible traps are hidden. By the time you start your workday, you are bombarded with emails, conversations, and tasks. To handle the load without overloading, your brain begins aggressively filtering the incoming information. This introduces the first trap: confirmation bias. The human brain prefers the efficiency of being right. Once you adopt a belief, your mind actively sifts through reality, discarding anything that contradicts your internal narrative and keeping only the data that proves you correct. If you believe people don't like you, you fixate on neutral expressions, while genuine smiles bounce into a void. Next, the availability heuristic. If you read negative headlines, your mind treats those vivid threats as the baseline for how the world operates. Your brain isn't calculating objective statistics here. It is simply measuring memory. Whatever comes to mind the fastest feels the most important and the most real. Before lunch even hits, your cognitive baseline is skewed. You are operating through a lens tinted by recent memories and ingrained fears, reacting to a reality that exists only in your head. Later in the afternoon, you walk into a crowded meeting room or a large social gathering. Immediately, you feel the spotlight effect. You sense everyone in the room is judging your posture and noticing every mistake. But here is objective reality. Everyone else is consumed by their own insecurities. They are all standing in their own isolated beams of light. This tendency to place yourself at the center of every social interaction evolved as a survival mechanism, allowing ancestors to monitor their standing within a tribe and anticipate potential threats. In the modern office, however, that mechanism misfires. It generates a cloud of unnecessary anxiety, causing you to shrink, hesitate, and second-guess yourself when no one is actually paying attention. Eventually, the immediate tasks stop. And in the quiet of the evening, your mind drifts toward larger life choices, a stagnant career path, a relationship that constantly drains you. This is where the sunk cost fallacy takes over. Your brain actively discourages you from quitting because you have already invested so much time, energy, and emotion. Leaving is framed entirely as an unacceptable loss. This graph illustrates the logical flaw your brain hides to maintain the status quo. Staying in a failing scenario creates a persistent, compounding loss that continues long after the initial investment is gone. Later, as you lie awake in bed staring at the ceiling, you start frantically planning for tomorrow, trying to map out every possible unknown. You are caught in the illusion of control. Uncertainty registers to the brain as danger. To defend against it, your mind attempts to manufacture a false sense of certainty by overthinking every detail. Trying to mentally force the future into a predictable sequence doesn't actually produce safety or stability. It only guarantees that you wake up physically and mentally exhausted, ready to repeat the cycle. Reviewing a day like this can feel discouraging, but falling into these patterns does not make you weak, and it does not mean you are irrational. You are human. Your brain is executing its programming exactly as it was designed to do over thousands of years of survival. The danger lies in letting those mechanics run unexamined. If you never question your mental autopilot, you will live a life restricted by automated responses and imaginary threats. The moment you bring awareness to these traps, they begin to lose their grip. Simply recognizing the cognitive filter forces a pause, breaking the blind trust you place in your immediate thoughts. The next time you feel paralyzed by anxiety or entirely certain about a worst-case scenario, force yourself to step back. Ask yourself one direct question. Is this true? Or is this just my brain taking a shortcut? Understanding how your mind operates is the only reliable way to dismantle its illusions. Once you start questioning the shortcuts, you stop reacting blindly, and that is where your autonomy actually begins.